Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Alright. We left off in Bamidbar chapter 22, verse 31.
Bamidbar chapter 22, verse
31.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Alright. And Yah opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Most High standing in the way with his sword unsheathed in his hand. So he bowed down and prostrated himself on his face. The angel of the Most High said to him, "Why did you hit your donkey these 3 times? Look, I went on to thwart you, because the way you were going is contrary to me." And the donkey saw me, and she turned away from me 3 times. If not for this having turned away from me, I would have killed you now and let it live. And Balaam said to the angel of the Most High, "I have sinned, for I did not know that you are standing against me in the way. Now, if it displeases you, I will return." And the angel of the Most High said to Balaam, "Go with these men, however, you shall speak only these words which I speak to you." So Balaam went with the ministers of BALAK. And BALAK heard that Balaam was coming. He went out to meet him to the city of Moab, that is on the border of Arnon, at the edge of the border. BALAK said to Balaam, "Did I not send people with you to you and call for you? Why did you not come to me? Am I really unable to honor you?" And Balaam said to Balak, "Look, now I came to you, and I am able to speak. Am I able to speak anything? I will speak only the words that God puts in my mouth." And Balaam went to Balak.
And we stop right there. And even in desperation, we see the arrogance and haughtiness of Balak, because this is part of a destructive nature that we have. You know, even though Balaam came to him, he's like, "Didn't I call you from you earlier? You sure that I can't buy what I'm trying to ask for?" And a lot of times, we sell our souls. We sell our souls because people are looking to buy us out or give us the house of riches and certain things. I'm part of a community, what they call a conscious community, right? And in it, we see Hebrew Israelites doing things contrary to the Most High just for a couple of views. Yeah. People go in there and they'll even disassociate themselves with their own people for a couple of views. So it's something inside of our ego and our mind that allows us to perpetuate something that's destructive to our nation. But imagine if we had a community where all of us see the potential that's within us. How many people are actually living their dreams? I want everybody in here, if I'm going to go around the room, whoever want to share a part of their dream or vision they had, or talent or business they wanted to start, or something that they wanted to do. What did you want to be?
I want to stand up.
Yes, sir.
Alright, what I wanted to do was work, live off of the earth, get solar powers, everything. No, nothing from the United States, get wells and everything, build our own land and stuff.
All right, so he wanted to live off the land. He wanted to have solar panels in there. If we talk about that, me and Yosef were talking about that. You don't have to pay for power if you got a decent amount of land. They allow you to put the windmills out there, or what you said, solar panels, anything to generate electricity, anything to generate energy. You yourself is a energy conductor, but we don't know it because we're taught that everything is outside of ourselves. Anybody else? Okay.
Basically, what my brother Bill was talking about, growing your own food. I actually have invested in a lot of these things, making your own clothes, screen print, food, growth. Just basically what he said, living off the land, starting your own business, building your own stuff. Because, having schools, our own schools to teach our own children, stuff like that, because we need it. We're not going to teach them that they're great. Nobody's going to teach them or tell them that they're great if they go to get sent off to school.
Yeah.
And that's the most influence they have throughout their life is in school.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Actually, you got to realize your interaction with your child probably is less than an hour a day. School interacts with them 7 hours a day. You cannot reverse that. You could try, but there's so much damage you're allowing to be done with your child. That's why the Most High said, "And you shall teach them diligently." When they walk by the way, when they lie down, when they rise up, they need to hear the law all day, whether they like it or not. Because when they get older, this is what happens. A lot of times we venture away from the true doctrines, But then even in the book of Proverbs, the 5th chapter, it said, when Solomon talks about the man that went away after all of these women, he says, man, I should have listened to the teachings of my youth. He said, I forsook my teachers. So though these teachings may seem like something right now when you really don't get it, when you get in the world and the world hammers you, you understand these teachings. That's why people, they go out in their life and they go through all the bad things in the world, they come back and they're the most religious people on the planet. They found God. God is everywhere. Like, oh, I love him. Because you don't know this world. You think the world is something. You think you're going out to a society that's just built for the opportunity of you to be successful and become a part of it, when actually you're the target in society. It hurts, and it hurts when you realize and wake up that, hey, you're being gunned down and you're being shot. And even if you're not shot, there's something somebody's targeting you for. Even in your promotion, is targeting you. I'm going to use him to go against. You ever seen if they get the wrong black man, a promotion at the job? Oh my goodness. It was the one who wanted the most, they give it to him. The one who wasn't the manager, but was the manager, you like, hey bro, we on, and then we clock it at the same time and get the same amount of money. Yeah, but he told me, he whispered in my ear and told me that, he liked the way I'm going in the direction I'm heading in, so I'm continuing heading in that direction. But these brothers misuse their powers. Because really, we like suppressing each other because we've been suppressed. But imagine if we just took the two concepts and ideas of the vision of these brothers have, and share your vision. Share some of the stuff that you're working on. Well, your vision, our vision.
Well, my vision is
and if it ain't, I'm just gonna move in anyway.
Some way our Torah to have their own community and literally live off the land. I know we've heard that many times, but we're in the works of actually making that something that's reality. And so my hope is that we can really have our own community, have an earth shift where we don't have to worry about bills or anything like that. We can just literally live off the land, and that be our community and raise our children on that land. So again, that's something that we're working on diligently, and we're going to try to keep y'all updated on those things. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I can't wait. Because guess what? We think the goal is a community. That's not the goal. That's just the beginning. We establish in the community so we can get closer to God and the Almighty. So don't think you're going to go into the Most High says, he says in Ezekiel, he's going to send us through the wilderness, like through the 20th chapter, 31st verse, he talks about purging us in the wilderness of the nations. So we're going to go into the land, but there's going to be people that's not going to make it in it. You know why? Because there's going to be a lot of bickering. There's going to be a lot of backbiting. I don't like the way the mosquitoes treat me out here. I don't like the fact that the brother said we can't watch BET. We're going to have rules. We're going to have regulations. You might not like it. The Amish don't allow none of that crap to come up in their communities. First thing, when the government busts up on the Amish land, the first thing they bring is little iPads. They do, and they show the kids, look what we got out here. And the kids are like, ooh, wow, excited. Because that's the way to get inside your house. They're in your house through the media, through television. All the programming you thought in life, everything in life is programming you to become a certain individual. You don't understand why you're always in a bad relationship, sisters. Well, first of all, the first image they gave you of a masculine male on the camera was Shaft and Goldie. That's the first thing that hit the scene. He's a pimp, and everybody wanted to be a pimp. Everybody loved the pimp. And the sisters knew the pimp was wrong, but they wanted to get a pimp, like somebody was a pimp, right? Then when the pimp was played out, they said, okay, we got to find something else. Let's give them boys in the hood. Then hit it with Menace to Society. We hit them with all of that, and all of a sudden women like gangsters now. Every good woman love a bad man. You be like, yeah. I love me some Mr. Wrong. You be like, yeah. And wonder why you're in a bad relationship. Because they're putting it in your mind. And you don't even know it's there. Everybody like, oh, I listen to music and TV and it doesn't affect me. I'm above all that. Those are the ones who are affected the most when you think it's not affecting you. As soon as you think you're that good and it's not affecting you. And this is it, because them thoughts, when you receive it from the television, if it's distorted, guess what it's doing? It's distorting your mind whether you believe it or not. And you think that it didn't mess with you, but you crying for no reason and you depressed. Well, that's part of the side effects of distortion of the brain. when that DNA is created and folded incorrectly. It leads to depression because your brain is not thinking right. It's not firing. The neurons are trying to send signals, but they're being blocked all through the brain. How can you be stressed when God says he got you? When everybody else fears you? You got to realize that you're that powerful that book says, but you have to believe in the book, right? Don't know the book is, I don't know, it's been tainted and this and that. The book was given to you. It's in every place. The Most High said, I'm going to make sure you had a book. It's in your hotels. It's everywhere. Yeah, you can't even creep. You can't even cheat on your wife without opening the drawer and the Bible fall out. You can't. You flip it over, I don't want to see that. It's everywhere because the word is there. Don't tell me you fighting who had the word first. Was it Sumer? Was it Egypt? Who had the science first? Science is everywhere. Nobody owns science. Nobody owns God. But you have a special group of people that's special to God, and that's you. So when you look at the news, don't say, that ain't me. Because it's a part of you. If we're empathetic, we see the struggle of individuals. Was everybody right? No. But we failed God. We should be governing ourselves. That's all everybody in here. If you love your children and you want them to stay in this way of life, then you have to establish a community. Or we can have another generation of Negro Israelites. They like God, but they don't like him like that. But they're going to do enough just to say they did it religiously. But they're really not trying to do. No. You got to look at it. We got to be the messengers. When they see you walking down the street, somebody's supposed to say, excuse me, sir, I need some advice. That's the energy or the image you're supposed to project upon people. Now walk. Oh, shalom. I'll call you back. That's not the image. You're supposed to be at peace with yourself. You're supposed to be at peace with your family. You're supposed to love one another. Loving each other is easy. Something happens along the lines with the communication that distorts that and messes it all up. How many brothers in here love their wife? Kyle, you go ahead and raise your hand, brother. Dang, brother. That brother bad, look. He put his hand down like he touched the floor. Like. No, but everybody in here, they love their wife, and then you realize everything you're arguing, you're fighting over is stupidity. Okay. It makes no sense at the end of it. Because y'all gonna end up in the same place anyway. Y'all be like this in the bed like this. It don't work. Because when you go to sleep, all that fakeness stuff, all that. God gonna make y'all come together. Y'all wake up like this. Woo, face to face like, whoa. No, it's love. We got to work on it. We can't keep repeating the same cycles over and over again. That's what they want. They want broken homes. They want damaged children. They want them to be damaged. They want to destroy us. You know the basketball team, the girls' basketball team, I think it's WNBA team? Yeah. When they wore the Orlando killing t-shirts, and they was all for Orlando, we love Orlando, we are Orlando, it was all good. They wore Black Lives Matter t-shirts, they got fined. You can't even speak about that.
But you can speak about homosexuality.
You can speak about homosexuality, but you can't speak about that. And they're telling you that homosexuals are more important than you. See, you gotta remember the civil rights, man. You gotta remember y'all fought for rights. Why they care? So now we are a disorder. You equating us with a disorder. No. But who cares what they think? If we doing the law, we don't have to worry about them. They gonna come to us. They gonna want freedom. Imagine, I imagine, brother. I can see it now. I see it. We going to the well to get some water. We walking. Hey, bro, the cow over here limping. All right, now let's go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I go like 4 feet by the cow. I'm like, what it look like over there? You know, we get it. You know, we growing food. Imagine you go in the backyard and you don't got to run to the store. You just go in the back and peel off a little bit of pepper, or you get you a little onion and tomato. You cut it up fresh off the vine. fresh off the vine. And guess what? You're going to have to support people to do it. There's going to be people that ain't going to work the corporate job. They're going to just be on the land.
Okay.
The brother working the land, don't think you're going to shice him of his money. Oh, he need to get a real job. That's how we do. We do. Because sometimes in our mind, we don't think if we're not working for the man, it's not a real job.
That's right.
It's not a real job. As soon as that brother got killed, they tried to say he was selling DVDs. First thing that came out of him, he was selling DVDs. What, razor sharp DVDs that were decapitating people's heads?
Right.
He's selling stuff for his family. We didn't make bootleg. I'm gonna let y'all know now, we didn't make that.
Right.
We did not. We did not go in there and get a digital copy of the original. It leaked. Somebody leaked it on purpose. America's dangerous. They tank their own economy. They tank their own economy. Everything you see, think about it now. How is America so intelligent when the market opens up, they give everybody loans, right? So what happens? People are getting money, so everybody get a loan. They're overbuying the houses, so they saturate the market, which eventually causes the market to crash. But if they know opening the market and giving easy loans like that is doing it, why do they continue to do it? Because they're going to get back the land. They're getting you to buy land that's not theirs, and then when you invest, they foreclose and they come to them. You still got to pay it. But where are they getting these techniques from? The Bible. Because they know you only read it religiously. You don't look at it as a strategic plot. We are supposed to be the dominating ones. We are supposed to lift up our people. Some things we're supposed to see and say, hey, that don't look right to me. I seen that before in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all killing off our firstborns? Y'all try to kill off our males? I seen that before. You got to be aware. You got to be alert. Something should process in your brain. But that's that Stockholm syndrome. That Stockholm syndrome. You know, like when you the master, after a while, you like him. Master real cool. He don't hate me. He just don't like me like that. And you find ways to cope. I watch people destroy themselves trying to look like you. You remember that lady that passed this year? What's her name? Angie or something? You see her lips? You see her face? She wanted to be crispy. She wanted the big lips. Because we got a beauty about us. Go ahead, read. They're going to talk about our beauty.
Verse 39. Balaam went with Balak and came to Kiryat Husot. Balaam slaughtered cattle and sheep and went to Balaam and to the ministers that were with him. And in the morning Balak took Balaam and brought him up to the heights of Baal, for that he could see a part of the people. Chapter 23. Balaam said to Balak, build for me here 7 altars, and prepare for me 7 bulls and 7 rams. Balak did as Balaam spoke.
So he said 7 altars, go ahead.
Did it spoke. Balak and Balaam offered up the bull and the ram on each altar. Balaam said to Balak, stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Most High will happen to appear to me, show me something, and I will tell you.
All right, so this is really talking about a personal conflict, and I'm not gonna go too in detail, but there's a place. The place is called Kiryat Katsut, an actual physical place Balaam and them went to, but also it means a meeting place of division. Now, if you know anything about brain science, that's the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is imperative because it helps transfer information from the right hemisphere of the brain to the left hemisphere. But what happens is when the left hemisphere of the brain extracts stuff from the right, all right, if you don't know right and left, the right brain is holistic. It sees everything as one. The left brain is analytical. It dissects. This is where you get your language. It breaks down certain things. So now when it crosses the corpus callosum or goes through it, it divides and becomes very analytical without the whole in mind. So most of us, when we have a weak corpus callosum, we abstract and we analyze other people's problems and become skeptical and analytical, but when it's our problems, we have empathy and sympathetic and we're holistic with the view, if you understand what I'm saying. A lot of us, when somebody do wrong, we be like, that brother did wrong, he need to be whipped, you should take him out, hang him, and drag him. Then you do the same mistake, and you be like, God is merciful. So we judge other people differently. When you don't you ever go in the mirror, you so stupid, you don't do right, you stupid. I know, but you don't do that. Because you have compassion upon yourself. You make all the excuses in the world. So the same way, if you was to judge holistically, what happens is the prefrontal cortex of the brain is supposed to channel and put everything together. But we're not putting stuff together. We just divisive. We break down. See, it's like this. Somebody has a vision. Let's say the brothers say, hey, we're going to get land. There has to be somebody that actually breaks down his view. They have to say, well, here's the positives getting land. Here go the negative. Here go some of the downfalls. But you know what? It ain't going to work. Somebody going to say that, right? But how does it, if it's righteous, the person that breaks it down and dissects it should see the importance of his vision, break it down, and give it to him the best way it actually can be. We don't do that as people. We look for the flaws in what people say, and we leave it alone. So if somebody has a concept or idea, we're supposed to analyze it, see some of the mistakes and flaws in it, but still put it together the best way we can and give it back to them. We never give it back. We tear it apart and leave it alone. And that's why we here. We've been knew we needed land, right? We've been knew we needed a community, right? Somebody tore that vision up, said why it couldn't work, and they walked away from it. They never gave it back to the Creator. So we here now. We gotta see what are it's not going to be easy. It's not. The Israelites, when they was in the wilderness, they didn't do good. They just didn't do good. They were complaining about everything. They were hungry. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to have to make your own bread. You're going to have your own tomatoes. You're going to have all your fruits that you want. And somebody's going to say, I'm tired of this. I'm hungry. But they're hungry. What they want? They want a Big Mac. Yeah, I want real food. Well, what is this? This is real food. Do you know you actually got to train yourself to eat healthy?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Eat something else. You be like, this is disgusting. You like, eat some greens. You like, everybody tell somebody, oh, this will make you feel better. Eat that. And you be like, I don't want that. That's nasty. Because you've been wired to think that this tastes good. People, I can't put down my meat. Meat tastes like nothing without seasonings. It's the plant and the herb that make it taste a certain way.
That's right.
But in your mind, you're like, I need it's the texture. Yeah. So you give them something that's like the texture, and then when you tell them, you don't even tell them at first. You're just like, how's that? Oh, this is good. This is the best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life. And you're like, that's not really chicken. I knew something was wrong with this. I knew it, man. I knew it, man. I was saying to myself in the back of my mind. Because we've been trained not to be healthy. We've been trained that this is a drug. A GMO is a drug. And everybody in here loves it. We can't wait to stop teaching right now so we can get some of this GMO inside of us. Look, we can't wait.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah, it's coming. Somebody gonna bring it. It don't matter what it is. It's gonna be something that we're gonna smear it with some mayo, GMO mayo. But we're gonna strive to perfection and start doing our things. We have brothers that do plant and harvest, and we got to start going to the local farmers. We have to do that. Everybody talking about, you got to destroy the system. Let's attack the system. You can't destroy a system you're a part of. That doesn't make no sense. How you gonna kill cops? And we got people that's cops. I know revolutionaries that's cops. Let them retire first or quit, and then we ready to get it. But we have to move ourselves out of the system. I'm gonna burn down Walmart, and then your cousin's out of jobs. If I tell you work at Walmart, you ain't live with me. You can't do that. People blowing up gas stations. Okay, and how are you going to get to where you're going? Not saying that there's not an alternative. Right. It is. You can ride a bike, you can do whatever. But we're not thinking like that. You got to have a plan. This is what we got to do. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And God chanced on Balaam, and he said to him, I set up these 7 altars, and I offered a bull and a ram on each altar. The Most High placed words in Balaam's mouth and said, Return to Balak and speak thus. He returned to him, and there he was, standing in the burnt offering in the ministers of Moab. And he took up the parable and said, For Aram, Balak, king of Moab, he brought me from the mountain of the cast. Come curse Yaakov to me. Come summon wrath against Israel. How many I have cursed if God did not curse? How many I'd be wrathful if the Most High was not wrathful?
So we said, how can I curse? There's something that God didn't curse. Did God curses? He curses, but if we righteous and doing His law, then we don't have no curse on us.
Hallelujah.
Don't be like, oh, we living in the curse. Then that's because you want to live in the curse. I'm not owning that. I'm not owning I'm living in the curse. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. We blessed. We good, right? We got to motivate ourselves. You waiting around for something to happen. What are you waiting to happen? Oh, he said we're going to be cursed. So let me ask you this. How do we know we out the curse? We don't even know. People say, I'm waiting for the Messiah to come, and then we're going to leave. Well, what does he look like? From the book, it said he looks like what? One of our brothers. He said he looked like one of us. So, but when your brother tell you something and give you a suggestion, you can't even hear it. So you don't even have a way out of what you're thinking. Because if God did send you what you're looking for, you wasn't ready for it. You be like, here, brother, he just like me. Look at his nose. I know he arrogant and nosy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to make up stuff for things. But we got to realize, appreciate you, man. We got to realize that there is something that Yah has put upon us. He has made us beautiful, that we're untouchable. How many people in here feel untouchable? There's a levels that I feel invincible at times. Sometimes I go back into my human self and mess up. Yeah. This time you go into your human self, but God said you untouchable. You got to feel that way. And what I want you to take away from it, stop your normal thinking. Stop creating real estate for negativity in your mind. Think that you are what you're going to say you're going to become. If we're talking about sovereign, if we're talking about a mighty nation, if we're talking about a people, we're talking about a people that is untouchable. God said you can't curse us. He put us in a place where that's my baby. If I'm God's baby, what you going to stop me in? What you going to stop me in? We got to be motivated. Us brothers, man, we should be, every day we should be working on something. Something. Oh, I ain't calling my brothers all during the week. How is that possible? That means we ain't doing nothing. But we going to do church on Saturday. Yeah. This ain't nothing if we ain't talking about working on out of here. We come together, brothers. We work out. We work out on Tuesdays together doing mixed martial arts. That brings us closer together. That makes us stronger. We train how to fight. You can fight. Everybody think they can fight. Revolution, I'm going to just bash him. I'm going in. I'm going to hit him up. Boom, 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 boom. It don't work like that. Them cops trained. You know that, right?
That's right.
They got weapons and stuff. You know that, right? You got to establish some real men. Not men based off of a word or opinion they think. Everybody in here think they can fight. I guarantee ain't nobody in here going to say they can't fight.
That's true.
Then they get in a fight, they be like this. Where'd you learn that from?
Streets.
Yeah, that is too much. You want to watch some kids fighting in the streets? They coming down with the punches. Them thunder strikes. They're like, you can destroy that. But we think in our mind. But we have to have a logic behind it and support and train and become disciplined. We run. Oh, I ain't running a long time. I can't breathe. Well, we know what happened inside your house. It's too much information, brother. At least run a mile and we know you all right. You got circulation issues and you can't breathe. That means a whole lot of stuff is going on that you got to be worried about. So we need to sweat. We need to detox. We need to work together. We need to believe in ourselves. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For from the beginning I see him as a mountain peaks and views him as hills. There are the people that dwell alone, and they shall not be. It said
there are people that what?
That dwell alone.
Read it again, brother.
It says, for from the beginning I see him as a mountain and peaks and views him as hills.
They see us at the peak of the mountains. They see us like we're the summit. We're the pinnacle of existence. That's how beautiful you are. And we are people what?
And there are people that dwell alone.
Wow.
And they shall be reckoned among the nations.
And they should be reckoned among the nations. They are people that dwell alone and should be reckoned among the nations. Is somebody saying we can't live by ourselves? Is there a government law that's banning us from living with ourselves? No. Who's making that? We are. We are. It said the people that dwell alone. We're separate. We're holy. We're quadosh. We're supposed to be put aside. You gonna have people that come in this world life and they gonna say, I ain't nothing happened when I was there. You got brothers saying, I've been doing Torah for 20 years and I'm still in the same predicament. Because in truth, you never did Torah. You didn't. You did something that was close to Torah. It's a generic, it's like Torah, but it ain't Torah. It's close to it. Get your child say they want some Jordans and get them some Jordans. They'll be pissed, right? Get them something. If Jordan legs ain't perfectly symmetrically separated, you know something is wrong. But God is the same way. Don't give him no knockoff of the Torah. Give him the best. Lace it up. Be humble to your brothers. Love your brother and sister. When you hug them, really mean it. Don't walk away and gossip. Because I know if you talking about people behind their back, then you ain't doing nothing with your life. You too busy in folly. You know, BALAK, it means destroy, to devastate in your life. But you know, son of Zippor means Twitter. Zippor means Twitter. You play with that. Because you wasted away your life tweeting on social media, doing too much idle stuff, and destroying your life. Too many families are being destroyed over how many people, I see you like that girl post 3 times in a row. Y'all gotta get it together. Y'all destroying and falling apart because of what somebody liked. Isn't that what it's for? Then they play with you because now they add the angry face. Yeah, they want to see what y'all. They added the angry face. Fights, all type of families broke up after that one. But that means you're doing too much idle stuff. If you on the phone or the internet, you should be studying. Being dumb is optional now. You're choosing this. You have got a master's in ignorance. Yeah. If your car broke down and you know what's wrong with it, all you got to do is go on YouTube. Everything on YouTube. You don't even know it's on there. It's on. I bet you it's on there. How to milk a camel. If you have a camel, you need to learn to milk. It's on YouTube. Anything you need. So if you're educating yourself, don't tell me I don't know. I got to go to my naturopathologist and they're going to tell me what I need to take. You can go and pay. Or you can just do the research on your own. It's there. But you got to study with that too. You could be mixing this with that and messing up your own body. You have to learn. Everybody, some people in here are healers. They're doctors. This is naturally in their gene. They're healers. But you know the doctor is not giving you no medication. They always believe that something happened to your brain is done. Or if I tell you that they train people how to see with touch. Blind people can see with using their hands because the same sensory projectors that's in your hands is on your eyeballs. See, they try to tell you, oh, once this part of the brain is damaged, you can't do this no more. That's not true. That's not true. And they told you that. You know why? Remember Daredevil? Daredevil couldn't see nothing in the comic books, right? But when you look into his eyes, it looked like he looking. Because he was hearing. He turned his hearing into sight. What does the book say? It said, and they heard a voice. You mean the people, when they heard the voice of God, it said they seen a voice. They seen a voice. How do you see a voice? Because it's the way you tune your sensory and your perception of sensory. It's touch. Still, we deal with the occipital lobe. That's what vision starts. Actually, when you touch somebody or someone touches you, it goes directly to the occipital lobe. It's just our way on how we challenge ourselves. Don't be limited on what you can do. Don't ever believe you're handicapped. I watch people with one leg run marathons, and we sitting here making excuses. For real. What excuse can you make? How can we deprive ourselves of the glory of God? Everybody wants to be you on the planet. Except you. You are the baddest in every single thing. They haven't created a sport yet that you haven't dominated. Go ahead.
verse 10.
And we're going to close out a little bit.
Who can count the dust of Yaakov, or number the seed of Israel? Let my soul die to the death of the righteous ones, and let my end be like theirs. Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, but look, you have blessed.
He said, let me die like them. That's how much they want to die like you. They want to die like you. They want to do everything like you. They want to be a part of the righteous, man. I see mighty ones in here. Men and women. Great people. Only thing we have to stop doing is making excuses why we can't do it. Anything your mind is put towards, you could do it. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. So we got to question who in here saying that we can't be together? Who in here saying that we can't have land? How do you feel, brother? Well, I feel we could do it, but my credit ain't good. Your credit ain't good. Then we tell them about Javaris. We say we go to Javaris and clear the credit. Yeah, but everything, we'll find everything to make up a reason why we can't do it. We put everything in place for us. We got mechanics. We got brothers that do construction, clean up credit, write books, do survival. If we got all of this stuff, what's stopping us now? Yeah. Let's do it. We got to commit to it. Me and this brother owe a sister something. We owe somebody something. People don't know how, and I share this all the time, people don't know the importance of leadership. A sister died on our watch because we didn't produce something. Sister said, we need to get a place together. We need to do this. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm tired. And sister passed away. But not because she was so sick that she couldn't go on. It's because we need to be around each other. What if somebody fall and hurt themselves or something? We knew that she was prone to having seizures and stuff like that. But we lived 40 minutes from her, and she begged us to just get a place close together where we all can be there. That's on my conscience. That's my life. See, y'all think leadership, see, that's what Israelites think leadership is just you could just tell people and teach them stuff and don't be accountable for what happened. That's on me. And I'm not going to live in that misery no more. I know a lot of us are sick. We need each other. I know a lot of sisters that had to quit their job because they didn't have babysitters. How is that possible? That doesn't make no sense. Mexicans will laugh you out the building. Oh, you don't have a babysitter? We got tons of them. Yeah. I mean, let's do this, man. We got to be motivated. We can do it. Don't let your emotions get in the way. I like the service today, but one thing I didn't like is no. Let's stop that. And it's the brothers too. It's the brothers more so. The women stick together a little better than the men. The men are so egotistical. You hurt a man's emotions and he run away. You do say, hey, brother, let me tell you something, man. I think that, you could do this a little better. Man, all right, whatever. Call the brother, he can't respond. Brother don't want to talk to you no more. What kind of men are we? And we talking about revolution. Yeah, brothers, y'all was scared when that water came in there. I was like, yeah. Some brothers just jetted out the back. It's over with. That's a sign we don't need to be here. People make everything a sign up. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
And we about to close out.
He responded and said, whatever the Most High puts in my mouth, that I must take care to speak.
Yeah, they said in Joshua, he said, let not the words of our Lord depart from my mouth. You got to keep speaking the word of God. Whether it don't matter, I don't care where you work at. Wherever you work at, speak that word. Don't be shy either. The Most High said, well, I don't know about the Most High, I'm just doing me, you know what I mean? I don't believe in no book, man wrote the book, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I don't believe anything man wrote. It's my birthday today. How do you know that? Because you didn't write that down and you didn't remember that. Somebody told you that. My birth certificate says it. Oh, who wrote that? information is passed down. If your mama lied to you about your birthday, you know you've been living a lie for the longest. Yeah. What time you was born? Most of y'all gotta ask your mama what time you was born. Some of y'all don't even know who your parents is. It's true. It happens, but hey, there's a blessing from the Most High. Most High make people look out for people and individuals, and don't beat yourself up about it, because it's something in life that you had to go through. Even my hands being changed was a blessing. Because once I switched back and mastered both, I learned balance. I learned spiritual balance. So the things that seem like there's your oppression, or this happened to me in life and I'm just, I can't believe it. Believe it. It was something to change you, to make you better and stronger. It happened for a reason. Don't beat yourself up about it. You need certain things to get through in life. Yah is beautiful in all he does. And he says, how beautiful are the tents of Jacob, right? As he look over the mountains, he sees the beauty of our nation. And after the Most High just cursed us a few times, right? We got beat up a few times. Most High just beat us. We learned our lesson for a little while. We was like, we're going to do right this time. God said, they good now. It wasn't good until then they brought, at the end of it, what they do? They said, we can't get them do trying to curse them. We're going to send them women in. Brothers lose their mind when the women come in, boy. Huh? You can fight them with a war. A brother, a warrior killed 20 men dead right around them. He ready. Let that sister come in. He's like, dude, that sword drop. She can have on a foreigner garb. She looked like the people you just killed. No, it's something about her, brother. I trust her. I trust her. You hug her, the dagger drop out her. Oh, baby. Oh, you dropped your knife. Was you about to cook? You was about to make me something to eat, wasn't you? There you go, baby. You good. You was just about to hook us up. Because that's how we think. And that's why it's good, especially if you have a wife. Let your wife help you with picking out a woman. We get so dumb when it comes to women. We just happy. Wait till I tell the boys I got 2. I'm going to be the man. They're going to be talking about me. They're going to be so happy. That's ignorance. Yeah. And then the first one got all the restrictions. She got all the rules. You're like, hey, you can't go outside after dark at 8 o'clock, you know, because the gremlins. Remember I told you about them? And you're like, yes, baby, yes. Your gremlins gonna come get me. And then the third one, she don't even come back. The second one, she ain't got no rules. And you're like, you gotta understand, she young and she growing and developing into herself. So she really have to find herself. You shouldn't have found her. Let her find herself, then you get with her. Stop making excuses, man. And Big Guy's gonna show you. The Midianite women, they're gonna bring them to us. That's a destruction. That's the thing that's killing our people. This is why the story of even Adam and Eve, it wasn't talking about the evilness of a woman, but it was talking about men being gullible to the word of a woman.
They powerful.
Yeah, they powerful, and they know they have power. They know they have power. Yeah. Why do you think their clothes getting tighter and tighter? That's more power for them, because you so, oh God, brother, you seen that? Oh my God. Brothers is ignorant. And we got to get out of it. You know, a man see a beautiful woman walk through the store. A man look at another man to make sure he looking at that woman. Yeah. You ever see that? Girl come in, he like, damn, she bad. He like, you looked at her out with somebody else.
Yep, confirmed.
I know I ain't tripping. You know I ain't tripping. I gotta get confirmation. How bad is that? You need confirmation that another woman look good, like, and then when you get her, you mad because people looking at her.
We're two gathered.
Yeah. You need witnesses. The brother like, no, brother, you gotta have 2 more witnesses to establish a matter. I was just trying to establish that was beauty. Yeah. But we beautiful, we powerful, the nation knows it, God knows it, and I hope you know in your heart that ain't nobody ever going to stop you. You're the most remarkable people on the planet, and look at you, look at your beauty. You have the clothes, you made these clothes, you look beautiful, man, and I know what God says. He says beautiful things about us. He talks about us in the book. Sometimes he's just hurt that we fail him, like we don't understand our beauty. We don't understand our power. It's all with our mind. Happiness starts within self. Let's make ourselves happy, and we can spread this word. We can spread this. Let people see us, and they say, I want to be a part of that. Don't let people come in here and see depression and anger. they're not going to be a part of that. Or they will, because it makes them feel comfortable. I'm around people that's like me, depressed and angry. That's why you got to be careful. When brothers be on the street yelling at people, and you brother, you forsook the word of God, you nothing, brother, you better get your life. Sister, you a whore. You be like, you know what, I am a whore. Can you do I sign up? No, that means you thinking low about yourself. And then you giving the word out, you yelling at people. You yelling. Sometimes some people's too hurt for that. Some people you can yell at. Some people you could be aggressive with. But some people too beat up for that. You got to figure out who they are and what they are and deliver that message of God and make them feel better. Let's all change ourselves. Who we were yesterday is not who we are. Yeah. Who we are today, don't worry about it. Your bills is going to be all right. Don't worry about it. You about to be homeless, maybe that means that's going to be closer step to you being in the community with individuals. That's all it means. I mean, hey, maybe God is trying to change your location of where you at. It's His will. Faith ain't that God do whatever you say. Faith is God do whatever He say, and you go with it. That's faith. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mm-hmm. No, he got a lesson, so I ain't gonna steal no more of that. This week, next Sabbath we'll be here, but the week after next, we will be in Crawfordville, Georgia, on the camping grounds. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be beautiful. I got a lot of my family coming. My family usually don't come, so they're coming out in droves now, and it's gonna be beautiful. Yeah. I get to see the Zavulonite family. You can see all the degenerate aspects of me. I'm the elite of the family, but I can share the rest of them with you. I'm just gonna be happy, man. Not just that, it's just to see everybody coming in. The calls I'm getting in now, like the last 2 weeks, people are calling. So it's gonna be real beautiful. Just keep your open mind and bring your family out. Let them see this beauty. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have fun as a family. And if you can make it, please. How we looking at Moriah? What's up? You coming through? Yeah, look at that. That's a head nod. Y'all. Look, we got him on the head nod. Record that. Man, so hallelujah. Thank y'all, and may y'all be blessed. We won't have our drums in here, but okay. You got something? Yeah. What we gonna sing?